Welcome back to my nightmare. Have we decided on what we are changing that to yet? I mean, I pre-filmed these, so if we did decide, I'll figure it out later and you'll see it again soon. Anyway, if you have ideas for what I could say that is not welcome back to my nightmare, leave it in the comments below. Or are we just happy with it? Do we think that that's an okay intro? Is that negative? Like, how do we feel? I mean, it's kind of on brand for me. Side note. As always, a side note, it's kind of on brand for me to be mildly depressing. I think it just comes with being a millennial ex-goth kind of person. So it's just like what happens. I just make sarcastic jokes that are kind of sad. I had to go. So, okay, look. So it's February now. It has been an actual month since the last time I went to a thrift store. And, I was called upon to cat sit again for my friend in Silver Spring, even though I hate it here. But I love her internet connection. I don't know how often I have to say this to drive the point home, but this channel is really a labor of love. Where I live, the internet connection is so bad, it will take 4 hours to upload one, like, 10 to 20 minute video. My friend in Baltimore, her internet connection is like 2 seconds to upload that kind of video, and my friend in Silver Spring, it's about 10 minutes. So I have pre-filmed a whole bunch of videos, and I went cat sitting so that I could pirate her internet basically and just upload a whole bunch of videos for you. That didn't take me 4 hours. So it's been a month, and I am back in the parking lot of the Value Village Unique Thrift Combination Store because I figured if I'm coming to Silver Spring, I might as well. It's 2 miles from our house. And I'm writing, so the plan for the weekend for me to play with the cats was I was going to play with the cats, but I was going to put the finishing touches on my upcoming book, Carmilla 86, which is a retelling of the classic lesbian vampire tale, Carmilla. Set in 1986, because a lot of people don't know this about me unless you've seen some of my posts about my birthday present from my mom. My favorite movie is like The Lost Boys. Like, I thought The Lost Boys was great. So I'm writing what I wanted, hopefully, which is kind of like a funny horror romance, which is what I think The Lost Boys is. I know it's supposed to be like a horror movie, but I think it's kind of a horror funny romance. So, Star from The Lost Boys, big crush of mine. I was never gonna look like her. Oh, Jamie Gertz. Star from The Lost Boys is a huge inspiration to me, even though I look more like Michael. Let's like, not for real, but like that. Like, let's face it, I probably look like Sam. Honestly, I'm like the cartoon colored younger brother, but I really wish I was the beautiful long-haired, like, tiered skirt cool girl, but I'm not. But I was wondering if we could do like a mini thrift haul. Not quite the $30 laundry challenge, but kind of like the $30 laundry challenge. If you don't know what that is, go to my channel, look at my playlist. The $30 laundry club was a thing that we did. So like something like real cheap, like stay cheap, don't get expensive, use a lot of what I have at home, but make like an 80s whimsigoth, Lost Boys, heroine capsule wardrobe, like an 80s like capsule wardrobe that kind of captures what I want for Carmilla 86, but also what I love about like Star and the Lost Boys and the costuming in the Lost Boys. And gosh, I wish I did video essays on this channel, because I could probably write a video essay about like how much I love the styling of that movie. It was so good. So I'm gonna go in to this double thrift store, and I have my cat sitting money. So I'm going to go into here and do like a little mini capsule wardrobe thing. And then we're going to do a thrift haul based around my 80s vampire love. Okay. Is that dumb? I also, one of these days, want to do a TikTok where I do a gender bent Star cosplay, because I think Star as a tomboy gender bend situation would be like yes. And in case you watched the other one, I remembered my Zyrtec this weekend. I've taken my allergy pills, and I'm going to preemptively take 2 Aleve, and I may even put my headphones in so that the noises don't get to me. I'm working on it. I'm taking care of myself. Like I say in my outro, you make sure you take care of you too. You're the only one of you that I have. I was thinking though, I'm done. Like, I went to both sides. It was harder to find than I thought. I got what I think I wanted, but at the same time, I'm a little bit like, I don't know, like very specifically, I wanted to find like a white collared shirt, because even though Star wouldn't wear a white collared shirt, a gender bent version of Star would probably wear a white collared shirt, but, or like a peasant shirt or a pirate shirt, like very, like, I don't know. Still working on it. But I did think when I said that I was the comic book, younger brother comic book geek, actually, Marco from the Lost Boys. I would probably have been Alex Winter's character. Marco, yes, he dies, but he had the best of all of the jackets. It had all the patches. He had the curly fro. He had the deep circles under his eyes. Like, honestly, if I'm going to be any character from the Lost Boys, I'm probably Marco. Like, definitely in love with David. You know, that's the one I would be. So, watching this person, like, try not to hit my car. Ooh. I'm gonna honk at you. Okay. So anyway, I've got what I think I need. I still have to hit Trader Joe's and World Market and then go home. Can't wait to show you what I got though. And we're back. In our favorite laundry room. Absolutely. I did escape the thrift store without a migraine today. However, I do absolutely need to take my clothes off because I have cat hair all over. And when you're in the cat hair environment, you don't notice it, but when you come to like your house where there are literally no pets, you notice it a little, that there's cat hair on stuff. So the first thing from the 80s Vampire Haul was from, I think, the Savers side. I don't know. It was a Brooks Run denim blazer with shoulder pads because I thought that was just accurate. The thing that I've noticed about 80s movies and how I emulated that style when I was in the 90s and early 2000s, because if you think this is like a new obsession with me, you're wrong. There were a lot of blazers. Like, we tend to associate, like, I think the naughty types of characters with like denim jackets or leather jackets. But if you watch The Lost Boys and other things like Pretty in Pink or, gosh, I'm trying to think. There are just like a lot of blazers as subversive culture. It was almost like it was almost like a Rococo sort of version of punk, that new wave kind of thing. So I thought the denim blazer was a very cool, like, yeah, like even if you look at the actual jacket that Star is wearing, it's not like what we think of as like a Levi's trucker jacket. It looks like it has that blazer type shape. Most of the other Lost Boys have the lapels, like, so I just thought denim blazer. I thought that this was just a really good button-up shirt. I did get it in the men's section, but I looked at this pattern and I feel like I remember a lot of like silk blouses, like secretary blouses from the 80s having that kind of pattern. And it gave me, I feel like, gender bent Star vibes. Like, and also I'm just gonna wear it in the summer because I think it looks really cool. I just think that that's going to be a nice kind of summer shirt for me anyway. It is literally the same color as my skin, but that's all right. This wasn't really necessarily for the video. It might be though, because I feel like vests had a moment in the 80s. I had a lot of them when I was a little kid. But it's just a really good vest. A lot of the vests that I've found in the men's section have the silky part all the way up, and then it feels like it's like sawing at your neck. This one has this really nice detail I liked. That was like, it's kind of got like, oh, you can see how much it is. Kind of see like, it's got like some of the actual vest fabric at the neck, so it's a little softer. I'm trying to make my wardrobe more sensory friendly as well, because sometimes I just have a lot of issues with my clothing. Like, sometimes it's a struggle because of just the way things feel, like how tight things are, how constricting they are. I don't like it. So I thought that was a nice sensory detail and I got that. Okay, so when you're thinking about like the Lost Boys and you're thinking about like Star, to me, I think of the purple skirt. She's got like the white top, the black jacket, and the purple skirt. If I was going to do a gender, but stay with me. When you see them, stay with me. When I was going to do a gender bent version of Star and what I think of with stars, I think of the color purple. And so I found these. And they are kind of old lady-ish, but just stay with me. And they are probably polyester. They feel like it. Yeah, 100% polyester. But I like that they have like the flat front, but there's elastic, because I have a lot of like days where I feel like my pants don't fit. And I think more pants need elastic, if I'm being honest. But I thought there had to be a way to like make these interesting. Like I felt like those pants gave me boy star vibes. Like, cause I feel like if you're going to gender bend that character, there still needs to be femininity to it. But I really wanted to try a pair of pants. Oh, they are very staticky though. Like, I hope that wasn't a mistake. Now, typically when I do these videos, I don't buy accessories because I just go with like what I've got in my closet when I'm creating characters to cosplay. But these reminded me of the sunglasses that Michael is wearing in the movie when he gets turned into a vampire and he starts to like not be able to stand the sun. So I got these. They're Ciroc. They were $2. But I thought that was a nice prop to have. I got a bunch of belts that you will not see until I do the styling, because some of them are for a project, but I won't know which ones are for I want to make a harness out of old belts for something just to wear, because I like them. So you'll see what I bought eventually. I got these. I remember wearing a lot of tiered skirts in the 80s, but these are actually tiered shorts. So I thought that was really cool. I felt like that gave me some California beachy kind of vibes. I thought Star would probably love a pair of lacy shorts. And then that's where it kind of went off the rails. So, I personally love fishbones and neon colors. So I saw this tiny micro Betsy Johnson bag. Oh my God, my brain. Blech. Betsy Johnson bag. And I just like, so it stopped being about specifically cosplaying Star and like I started to like plot, because I was like, okay, I could gender bend Star specifically, or since there's a lack of white shirts in this thrift store, I could do what I would wear as an 80s vampire, but also what I would wear as the good girl the 80s vampire is going off of. And that is how we ended up justifying this purchase, which is a short sleeved sweatshirt with a cat embroidered on the front. Because let me tell you, that said 80s to me, okay? And in that same vein, the idea of like what kind of good girl heroine would wear, I thought of these kinds of tees that I had. My aunts had a lot of them back in the day. Just like a little tiny floral print. Got this skirt, because it gave me Star vibes. Because again, what do you think of when you think of Star? You think of the purple skirt. But I also, okay, look. This is just one of those things that I picked up and I couldn't put it back. And it is an angel. I thought that was weird and I just wanted it. So that came home with me. It wasn't expensive though. It was $4. So like, I mean, isn't that a joy? Isn't that like an interesting neck piece? So I can't wait to show you how I style these. I just went up to my mom and I was like, I was aiming for, you know, middle-aged, like preppy lesbian from the 80s. And I don't know that I've hit it. She said I did. Hold on. You were not fat in the 80s and 90s if they didn't try and dress you like a grandma going to bingo. And that's why I bought this shirt, because I thought it was really funny and kind of cute. So look, it's a vibe. Okay, my mom said it was fine. She said it was accurate. We're just trusting her. She was a mom in the 80s. She said I look like Madonna. That's a plus. And here we go. Bad at editing and I'm doing this on my phone, but at least you're getting the final outfits, right? And I might have had way too much fun with that glitch filter. But I'm pretty excited with how they turned out. I thought that these turned out pretty accurate and kind of cute, and especially as like a plus size person, you know, that one I would do it differently. This one though, I was like, yeah, that one's very cool. I would wear that again. Not sure about the whole Madonna situation here. If you like this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, because your feedback gives me the will to live. Should probably cut that. No, but seriously, you understand that interacting with this video helps the algorithm show you more videos that you want to see, and also helps me build my audience. And until next time, make sure you go outside, get a walk, get a snack, drink your water, take your meds. Take care of you. I'll see you next time.